Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Sun City in Arizona. Yes, I'm in the car and I have no dog. I'm off to get the mail, and I have to do these runs without her since it is already 94 degrees outside. There's no way in hell I'm leaving her in the car by herself, even if it is for just a couple of minutes. Dog safety first. So she's back in Sparkles. She's got a movie going. She's got treats hidden throughout the RV to keep her occupied for a little bit. And then she'll probably save the big treat that I think she was actually eating that one when I left. I gave her a big, this one she's got some jerky, and then there's little training treats set up throughout the RV for her to go find. So that helps keep her occupied for a little bit. And then when I walk in the door and I put the mail inside the door first, and then I come in, then she's all over me wanting a big welcome. So we have our welcome home time. But so today is Shake It Up Saturday. So I hope you're having a super fantastic sparkling start to Shake It Up Saturday. And like I said, off to get the mail, and then I get home and I get to research genealogy. Yay! I am so looking forward to this. I've got a whole day to do genealogy. Although I said to Zephy, I think I'm going to vacuum first, because she's been eating these treats that have left little sharp pieces all over the floor. Plus her food is, she takes a mouthful of food out of the dish, puts it down on the floor, and then picks out the pieces that she wants to eat and leaves the rest. Sometimes she'll come back and eat the rest, but it's different pieces each time. So I'm thinking, well, maybe I just need to cut out one of the dog foods, because I have two foods that I mix together for her. Maybe I need to leave one of them out. But when I look at what's left on the ground, I'm like, well, hang on, that's the other dog food. And that's that one. And so I don't know which one she prefers. So I just guess it depends on the day as to which one she likes. But we're going to, tomorrow on one of our mystery drives, we do have to go to Vi's PetSmart to get us some more food. And she'll get to choose a toy or two. Although I think I have a couple of toys. I do. I have a couple of toys that's sitting at home in the PetSmart bags, which live in front of the driver's seat. On the driver's seat is where her treats are. There's a little basket with her treats on it. But on the floor in front of the driver's seat is the bag, her pet food supplies, like her different treats and stuff like that. And only because I don't want to put them out in the locker underneath the RV, because they'll just get too hot and probably spoil. So, but there's also a couple of toys sitting there in one of the plastic bags, and she hasn't found them yet. Yes. Anyway, so what are you doing today that is out of routine for you? I get to do genealogy all day, and I can't wait. So I better the place doesn't open for another 5 minutes. The UPS store opens at 9 o'clock on Saturday, and it's now 8:55. But we had a nice lazy morning. Got up, got showered, got dressed, went out for our walk, and we just got back from our walk like about 10-15 minutes ago. And so I'm already on the road. I figured that would be a good time, because then I don't have to take my shoes off, don't have to take the hat off. I'm ready to roll. So here I am, ready to roll. Anyway, your question. So what is it that you are doing that is out of routine today that will help shake up your Saturday? And then your tell your story question of the day. What was your favorite things to do on Saturdays when you were growing up? So from as young as you can remember all the way through teenage years to college, what was your favorite things to do on Saturday when you were growing up? Do you still do some of those today? See, my favorite things on Saturdays was sleeping in. I was not a morning person. When I was back in New Zealand growing up, I was not a morning person. I did not become a morning person until I came stateside. Weird, huh? Must have something to do with the gravitational pull between northern and southern hemispheres. Who knows? But actually, that brings up another good question. Yeah, but we'll worry about that one another day. That was one of Brad's questions that got discussed greatly, and we're not going to go there with that one, because it will stir up a lot of discussion. So I just remember some of the interesting discussions we used to have on that question. But anyway, back to favorite things to do on Saturdays. Mine was to sleep in. We were allowed to sleep in just a little bit, but not much. And then we got dragged out of bed, and we did different things. We had chores that we had to do on Saturdays. Not my favorite thing, especially the toilet, because I actually had to undo the toilet seat from the toilet, clean the toilet, then take the toilet seat out to the tub in the laundry, and wash it, dry it, and then put it back together again. Yeah, that was not my favorite task. My favorite thing was sleeping in. sleeping in and then being left alone to read. Or some Saturdays I would, in later years, I would put, this is going to date me, a record on the record player, and I would sing and dance to it in the living room while everybody else was off doing something else. That was in my teenage years. I used to love doing that. I used to pretend I was on stage performing and dancing and singing, and it was a great workout. Maybe I should go back doing something like that again for a workout. That would be cool, because Zephyr would join in. Yeah, maybe I'll try that. We'll see. But anyway, so that was one of my favorite things to do, was in teenage years, was to sing and dance in the living room like I was on stage. I had friends I used to like hanging out with as well. But I guess my most favorite thing was just to lay in bed in the morning and read, sleep and read. Give me a room, my dream room, and like I have my dream house and property already planned out, except the inside of the log cabin. So it's a log cabin with a huge wraparound porch. The wraparound porch is probably about 12 feet deep. So it's nice, so you can sit back when there's thunderstorms rolling in and just sit out there and watch them and get that smell of the rain and the water hitting the lake. But I want the front porch to be facing the lake and facing east. And then I've got other buildings that are going to be on the thing, and even places for RVs. So if you have an RV, you'll be able to come visit me when I get my place. But I haven't done the layout of the inside yet. I haven't fully figured that out. I kind of know how I want the kitchen laid out, and but the rest of it is sort of like, I want the big stone fireplace for the great room area. But one room I do want, and I'm not sure how I'm going to do this because my dream is always to have a library in my house, like a room, preferably 2 stories, that's just wall to wall to wall books. Well, I think in a log cabin I could just do a couple of walls, because now I'm full-time doing genealogy, almost full-time doing genealogy, because I'm doing so much genealogy now. I now have changed that room a little bit, that yes, you get the wall-to-wall books on 2 of the walls. One wall's going to be windows, because you're going to have a really great view out there over the lake with your little reading nook. And it's going to be a bay window too, because it's nothing like curling up in a bay window. It's going to be a nice deep bay window that you can actually curl up on, have a snooze if you want, but it's a great place to sit and read. And then one wall is going to be just whiteboard, so I can draw out, because in the RV, the problem I'm having right now is that when I want to lay out a person's family tree so I can see it, all I have is craft paper and my markers, and I have nowhere to hang it, and so I can see it and adjust it and things like that. But when I do end up buying a house of some sort, there will be a wall big enough to have a big, huge whiteboard area, floor to ceiling, wall to wall, across one wall, so that I can map out family trees and stuff on there. So that's going to be going into my log cabin. I got to figure out how to fit it in there, and I'm not sure how big I'm going to make the log cabin. I know exactly where it's going to be on the property. I know where the barn is going to be. I know where the RV pads are going to be. I just haven't figured out the inside of the house yet. So as soon as I figure out the inside of the log cabin, then everything will start coming together. And I wonder if I still have that magazine. The magazine I had a really cool kitchen. I was like, oh, that would be so good in my little log cabin. Fortunately, I remember the picture. I just don't know if I still have the magazine article about it. But anyway, that's it. I'm out of here. What's your favorite thing? How did I get on that for my favorite things? Favorite things to do on Saturday. So mine was sleeping in and reading. Oh, that's how I got onto that. Squirrels. You'll love them. But my favorite thing to do was to have sleep-ins on Saturday mornings, and to just to sit and read. Those are my favorite Saturdays. And I loved it when it was wet and cold and windy outside, and because then we didn't have to go outside, because our rule in the house was, if it's not raining, outside. Simple as that. If it's not raining, you're outside. So yeah, that's what I liked to do when I was growing up. But anyway, go have a super fantastic sparkling day. I have to go get the mail and get back before the movie finishes. The dog always knows I'm back before the end of the movie, so I have to make sure I'm good on that. So anyway, go have a super fantastic sparkling Shake It Up Saturday. Try something different out of routine today, and we will catch you guys back here at 6 p.m. this evening. I'll put that specific time too. Hei konera.